So the information we know about it is from developers of
When time first began,
Warhammer Chaos Bane.
the Eternal gave life to powerful beings of light, the Drakeels. But as misfortune would have it, the power given to these creatures awoke in them only a boundless pride and an inexhaustible thirst for dominion. Shaken by this betrayal, the Eternal banished them to the deepest abyss of Dracomundus. It was there, in the depths of the earth, that they twisted into the monstrosities that we know today as dragons. Alas, possessed more than ever by hate and vanity, the Banished refused to admit themselves defeated. Through their voices, they persisted in corrupting humanity. Through their blood, they defiled the land we call our home. From that moment on, mankind would live in fear. Fear that one of the Dragon Lords, the most powerful of the Banished, would one day return to the surface. With the support of his Dragonkin, Saw Ichnog succeeded in escaping from his subterranean prison. And brave souls, guided by the light, rose up and vowed to push him back. Soldiers of the Order, righteous and faithful to the Eternal, who suffered body and soul after coming into contact with draconic corruption. Rare were those who remained impervious to the depraved whispers of the dragons on the outskirts of this gaping breach. One such person was Godefroy of Clairval, Grand Knight of the Order of the Eternal.
That's kind of us, right? So they're letting us play prologue in this demo. Prologue is some kind of like basic tutorial with the pre-made character, and I need to change audio options. I did change them already, but it sounds a little bit too much here. Okay, so like let's put it somewhere over here. So what we know about the game, is that it's gonna be releasing actually soon. All right, but it's gonna be releasing in early access. All right, like a Titan Quest, which is not getting so soon, but the release date is March 6th. All right, we have a link for the game here. Okay, and. Christina didn't read it. Interesting. Let me relaunch Christina. So yeah, we do have the link for the game here. And we know that was created by the same developer who were working on Warhammer Chaos Bane. Alright. The Chaos Bane does have quite... a diverse opinion, let's say, about it on Steam right now. Alright. Quite diverse opinion. We did play the game at the release date, and it wasn't that that good. But since developers were working on it diligently for quite a long time, the people in chat here who played it after, right, have only positive things to say about it. Right, so, but it's only about this Slayer edition, right? The one that have everything DLC in it. Anyway, so developers are known for doing action RPG, and they have some experience with action RPG, which is appreciated. And Christina not working today. For whatever reason, Christina is out. So that's how it is, and we're gonna be checking it out, this early pre-alpha basically game, because it's a demo for early access. Alright. So what do we have here? Rapid strike. Strike forward, charging towards the target in the way it generates energy. in the process. Max energy plus 10, so we have energy over here. We have a flamethrower, channel icon of roaring flames, damage per second 40k. Alright, all this 40k damage is the skill applies rate of fire damage. And do we have like any inventory? I can't see anything. Well, in charge. Okay. Basically charge. Blocking during okay, chance to block during charge. Inflicted physical damage in all directions. Show of strength, cost energy, and shattering shield. Better enemies that have a shield, reducing the armor and stunning them briefly. Okay. Deal additional damage dependent on armor. So more armor we have, more damage. Alright. So Q for potion, for health potion. Let's see how is control damage. Oh, so we do have some log for damage as well. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So we're playing for level 50 character.
Lord blighted people's spirits and petrified their bodies, instilling terror and madness into those who heard it. Never before had a breach so vast been rent between the two worlds.
The guy is not taking energy, the flamethrower. It doesn't look like. Okay, let's see about this while in charge. Oh, it's just okay, charging and it's keeping charging.
It was here, at this wound between worlds, that the corruption was most potent. One by one, haunted by the whispers from below, the people succumbed to madness. Draconic blood sullied the earth. And
so we do have a dodge on space. Just feeling pretty satisfying.
And too weak to resist the command of their new masters, they drank the blood of the dragon and gave in to depravity.
What a fools.
Thus enslaved, they were twisted into ghastly masters, mockeries, Dragonkin.
So whatever you do, don't drink demon blood. Yeah, that's one thing we can take out of it. Story, right? Okay, so like so far it's playing okay. Playing good, I would say.
As many slaves as there were devoted to their cruel masters, just as many grotesque monsters blindly
oh, Christina actually back. Welcome, Master Host, greetings. We have a new action RPG that coming soon to check out today. Greetings, mate.
Oster 2 greetings.
Coming sooner than Titan Quest, apparently.
This game looks very familiar.
It's from creators of Chaos Bane, Warhammer Chaos Bane. I remember you did play it, right? You and the Construct did play this. I did play the Chaos Bane on a very much release date, and one of the game that I was forced to refound because it wasn't that very good in release date. Especially for a price they were asking for it. But it's looked like, so far it's looked like a Wulsen, alright? Oh, we actually
yeah,
have
I
a potion.
played it. It was alright.
So it's became way better, I was saying. After a couple of years of they were adding the stuff up on top of it, alright? So after getting that
Endgame was lacking.
That little bit of beef. That's the problem with the end game for a bunch of the games. Like even I mean, even Path of Exile right now have a problem with the end game, and Path of Exile 1 I mean. Alright, because they weren't updated they season for long, and people just became bored. There's nothing else to do. Unless you're developing a new stuff like every 3 months, as Grinding Gear doing. It's really hard to keep people interested in the end game.
Most righteous of souls, guided and supported by the
So that's why I prefer the game like Grim Dawn and Titan Quest. You don't really have an actual end game there, but you're gonna get satisfaction by completing your build and finishing the story at the same time.
These righteous few bore the feeble flame of man through the darkest shadow, and though it flickered, it would not be extinguished.
Dragon scum, die. Like the one disturbing thing about the game is like right now for me is the amount of health that main hero has, amount of health and damage, just going into millions things like we have in Diablo, and I never liked that kind of approach. I'm okay like with, you know, starting low and getting to like 100k, but getting in the billions and all of that thing never was a fan of the idea. There's like literally no reason to bring out those big numbers. Alright, like, so there's the damage we dealt so far with everything here. I don't know what the white here is. It blocking, parrying? 3 million with flamethrower.
Filled with these fleeting embers of hope, a few brave souls founded an alliance to carve the first breach into draconic defenses.
20k health for a demo is crazy.
Yeah, so they're giving us, this is a prologue, they're giving us pre-made character.
Here, the
It's level
Dragonking's
50.
power was strong.
And they will give us
Confused
opportunity
our
to
world
do
with that
some
of the
end game
banished.
activity after this. There's 3 classes.
Godefroy of Clairval heroically broke through and shattered their defense barriers. This act of bravery, a feat of the righteous alliance of men, allowed me to lend aid to the Knights of the Order of the Eternal. Me, Almantir, Grand Oracle of Pytho-Durkan, Dragon Blood, a human altered but not consumed by the draconic blood that flows through my veins.
Not consumed yet.
My sisters and I have powers given to us by the dragon.
Hell mighty
Our
here, welcome,
souls
welcome. Thank you very much
remain
for following. So she's corrupted, huh? Okay, so they're giving us another character to play. Cyril Darts. Launches small projectiles at the target, and while the skill's been channeled, inflicted physical damage, generates energy in the process. Alright. Compared to that big guy, it's like 800 damage compared to his 4k. Symbiotic. We want to see the skill tree here. Alright. Can I have any skill tree? I don't think we can get any skill tree with those guys. Asteric wave, and which the search wave of electrical damage. This is that slowly and passes through enemies' vision. Plus 1 projectile. 16k damage. Arcane portal. Oracle teleports to the target area and strike the enemy nearby, dealing the damage. Okay, that's cool. lightning coal. Unleashes the electrical damage in all direction. Pushes enemies back. An explosive eruption. Conjuring latent strike in the target area that deals heavy physical damage in the area surrounding the strike. Okay. So this is cost energy? Okay, it is.
Neither Dragonkin nor entirely human, and afforded extraordinary abilities by our forebearers.
Okay, we need that energy back, right?
By those who drank the blood of the only banished dragon to have ever repented before the Eternal.
She has quite a bit of opinion about herself. Grand Oracle, right? The dragons, according to the game lore here, they thought it was the arrogance and all of that shit. And now she's arrogant enough to call herself a Grand Oracle. Yeah, she'll be our enemy, alright? Most likely.
These few drops of draconic blood connected our thoughts to those of the dragons.
They keep coming.
Struck by fleeting visions,
she has more health than...
we saw glimpses into their deeds and understanding of the feelings.
Yeah, I guess like it's an energy shield or something. Do we generate it somehow? Okay, like I let them hit me. Alright, then we're killing these guys.
We soon learned that we were at the mercy of the merciless. The voices threatened to consume us, with no hope of salvation.
So we're gonna be getting corrupted. So the one thing I don't like, and one thing I haven't been using in my action RPGs in a while, it's attack button on a move, attack action on a move button, right? So we basically have attack serial darts on a move button, mouse click button, and we played Grim Dawn, we played Passive Exile. And we always have only move, right, action on left mouse click. So hopefully they're gonna be adding this in options, or we can change it like later somehow. Okay, this is like quite outdated design, and yeah, I personally don't like it. Okay, get some mana back. Energy.
Like the formidable link that connected us to the dragons, and also awakened something within us. We lived strong in the certainty that the Eternal had pardoned us for the draconic corruption in our veins.
By destroying this barrier. So like the previous guy have no problem with the mana. Alright, here we constantly need to use this low damaging attacks to actually get my mana back.
Our civilization fell alongside the blue dragon Dragonkin, forcing us to live amongst men in the city of the Order of the Eternal.
I'm a little bit observant. A little bit too much in the gameplay, missing like half of the story. All these dragon names. But you know, most people don't care about story in action RPG. I do. I do. Good energy. So definitely was enjoying the warrior.
Made by Sir Iknog, Godfrey, fighting fire with fire, confronted the draconic hordes. I battled by his side, but my strategy was less direct. My draconic power allowed me to open up a passageway for the men of Nurogard, all of them prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice to save what remained of humanity. Once this invisible barrier had been breached, they knew that their lives would hang by mere threads. But these warriors from the north cared little for the uncertainties of our plan. A hero's death in the heat of battle with their enemy was the greatest honor that could befall them. Led by the pale dragon blood Harold Truelson, the barbarian fleet had but one objective: to lure the enemy into the open sea and leave the path to the breach vulnerable. If a single vessel reached the coast, then this sacrifice would not have been for naught. Harold Truelson reached the hostile shore and avenged those fallen from the Torrent.
The only guy reached it. Yeah, well, I don't know about the sacrifice in like what thousands for one guy to reach that. So it's a new hero too. Like there's three classes available, and they're showing us all three in this prologue here. Still sweep, like sweep ahead with a cone-shaped strike that inflict physical damage and generate energy in process. Alright, not much of a damage, but more than the mage here. Savage Whirlwind. Strike all force in all direction of the movement and inflict the physical damage. Oh, spin to win. Spin to win. So we have spin to win.
The Nurogard feared neither pain nor death, and they welcomed violence as
Easy,
an
easy.
old and familiar friend.
Win device.
Truelson
The
knew
forward
this
showing
world
slowing
better
a
than most.
veteran
His
enemies.
existence thus far had been one of suffering, of hardening his
Survivor
resolve,
spirit.
and of preparing
Heal.
to endure the worst of torments.
Our started points and grant temporary critical bonus also affect allies.
His soul.
There's a
While
nice
the knights
strikes.
of the Order of
Shatter
the
terrain in
Eternal
front of
had always
you.
been forbidden from making
Create
use
an-
of dragon's blood.
Okay.
The warriors from the north, staying true to their values, had taken this risk. A select few, highly trained clansmen, risking their lives in the process, had successfully imbibed the fear
That's a spin to win.
without succumbing to the corrupting voices. Among them was Truelson.
All I hear is spin to win.
He paid the ultimate price and cast away a portion of his humanity. In exchange, he received draconic powers. that
To spin to
he
win.
used for the Torah clan, the eternal and humanity at large. And even if all others, from Montesky to Nurogard, recognized the courage and sacrifice of these brave warriors, there was not one that did not also regard them with sincere disgust. While there could be no doubt of their loyalty to Torah, defender of the eternal, their bodies defiled by the dragons they were, drove the rest of mankind to reject them. Truelson, for his part, cared little for his appearance. What did this matter after all, as long as his soul remained intact?
As a humanity reject us, but that's why like there's the whole Northern folks just following this wrong hero and sacrifice himself to let him land on the shore. What a bullshit. There's already like some inconsistency in the story. Well, it's okay. We're just spinning and winning. What can be easier? Yeah, so he doesn't have like much problems with mana generation. At least it doesn't look he has the problems mana. Just need to periodically do that after attack.
Dragonblood had achieved his goal. The Alliance's plan, as unlikely as it was to succeed, could run its course. The barbarian waited for the signal that would tell him where to carve a bloody path through enemy defenses and lure the dragons far away from the breach. The Kongirati nomads, every bit as proud and as fearless as the warriors from the north, joined the alliance of men to help push back Sor Iknog, the Crimson Dragon.
Okay, there's more than
Sitting
3
astride
classes.
their draconic hybrids, these tracker archers face the dragons steadfastly and seemingly without fear. Not one would allow the enemy to make easy prey of them. Hides, wings, teeth, blood. For the Kongirati, each draconic monstrosity was not only a threat, but also a quarry from which they could gain valuable resources. And where others had begged and prayed for divine salvation, these nomads made full use of anything the earth and Providence offered them in order to survive.
Okay, so there's Archer class. So they given us more than 3 classes in prologue at least. But I guess like, that end game activity gonna give me 3 classes, access to 3. So ricochet shot, getting some energy back, rapid fire, and cone sphere inflicting physical damage. Okay. Basically a scatter shot thing. Rapid fire, it's a scatter shot. Execution claw, inflicted toxic damage in a various vicious double strike. Poison damage. Merciless evasion. Rapidly charge through the enemy and inflict physical damage. Cooldown reduced for each enemy hit. Okay. Treacherous rain. Make arrows rain down over the broader area. This is probably the worst hero, right, so far. Especially looking at his total hit points here.
Their master tracker Eula, however, did not see things in such stark shades of black and white. Of all those who made up their number, she was the first to recognize the value of this eternal light. She rejected neither the ancestral traditions nor the tracking of the Dragonkin, who had made it possible for the Kongorat to excel in the arts of potions, alchemy, poisons, and draconic hybridization. How long would her people be able to continue traveling freely if the corruption were to poison the entire world? It was for this reason that she joined the Alliance of Men.
So she's getting like some health back.
To seal this union, the Order of the Eternal entrusted her with one of their most powerful relics, a symbol of the gleaming scale of light.
Well, I still probably like the Barbarian the boss. You just spinning and winning. And now me shot. The Barbarian was a little bit bold too.
If the legends are to be believed, this scale had been pried from the hide of one of the Drakeels in the heat of battle, back when these beams of light had pushed back the banished dragon lords that ventured too close to the surface. Each champion had one, and the power of their light would be needed to push Sor Iknog back into the shadows.
Okay. So, like, will we push him, or will there be, like, some grand betrayal? I mean, it's always happening in those kind of stories, that... Okay, how the game handling shooting from high and low grounds? We were hitting the enemies on higher and lower ground, so that's good. But many action RPG have the tendency to handle this very poorly.
It was up to Eula, armed with her scale of light, to cast the invocation. She would then know whether she had been right to put her trust in the Order and in joining the Alliance. The power of the light was like nothing ever seen before. We heard the Dragon Lord howl into our minds, racked with pain and rage.
He just dropped his lance. What a fool.
So close to the Dracomundus, our souls suffered as from 1,000 deaths, but we held fast to our positions.
It's always Barbarian who doing that crazy shit, is it? Jumping on top of a dragon. Yeah, go back to hell.
Inch by inch, the divine light pushed the corruption back into the breach. And it was thus that the banished lord saw Iknog disappeared once more into the shadows, where he would suffer eternal retribution.
So, game over? That's all? What is our
Once
play
Calm
here?
fell, we were all that was left, the sole witnesses to the feat accomplished by the Alliance of Men. But more than ever, we knew that the taint of draconic depravity still festered in the depths of the abyss, impatient to break free once more. Thus, from the union of men and their allies that stood together in the face of the draconic threat, an elite corps was established within the Order of the Eternal, the Dragon Hunters.
Well, they have a story here at least. So, select the character. They're giving me those 3 characters now. I lead Dragonkin. Pre-made characters that can play through. Well, it's obviously Barbarian, right? And we can do those endgame activities. One of the endgame activities. Alright. So, the developers were saying in a message on the demo, alright, there is a bunch of systems still not working, like a crafting and all of that thing. It's just a showcase for early access, right? So it's very limited capabilities what we can do. So we have arrived in a Monte scale the Dragonkin main city. In the full version of the game, you will be able to develop it, expand districts, and unlock merchants, services, or various bonuses for your characters. In this demo version, you can explore the streets as well as experiment with the fast travel and management menu are. The only activity available in this demo is a dungeon purification. Speak with the character to access dungeon purification. Okay. So this is to look like Wilson. Alright, this is like look like a Wilson right away. Marketplace, dungeon purification, jailer. Worms. The Worms page lets you see the passive skills granted by your Worm. It also shows the given stat bonuses. Oh, why they jailed? So we have a different guys. We have this Wormlings level 30 equipped. Does not have any armor equipped. Go speak to the Watchman to equip some armor. Fire damage, physical damage bonus, vermin damage, 109 area of effect. So powers, inspiration, proximity passive. Inspiration earned from killing enemies with high hit points. Inspiration increases experience earned from each mark owned. Okay. First blood. Increases damage dealt to enemies with high hit points. So fire physical. We don't know what this arena area of effect 100%. So there's a different kind of skills that we can. Inspiration, danger. Energy. Okay. There's like a skill tree, a passive skill tree for your dragons you're using. We have a different skills here. No, okay, not different. Resonating strike. Alright, the skill has a greater area of effects. So there's a bunch of bonuses we can see from here. In the Wind of Ice, Ancient Runes. So we have the mouse button have the same skills here, but this one is a little bit different. Right, we don't have that healing skill here. So do we have like any passive thing? There's a character inventory, a bunch of fish you will be able to see because of my character, because of my camera. I'm barbarian, total score. I don't know what the score is. Okay, score for gear, so it's like kind of like Diablo-like thing. Alright, armor, sword damage, armor, ice resistance, physical resistance, frontline hunter. Two-handed, okay, well, let's see. Potion, offense, defense, and health stats. So do we have like some character stats? So there's a crafting materials. This is definitely Diablo. Diablo 4. C for character attributes. Okay, this is for passive attributes apparently. So attributes, the attributes page lets you see passive skill points as well as the innate state bonuses for your character. Each time you level up, you receive attribute points to distribute among 4 attributes. Alright, each attribute grants specific set bonuses as well as a choice of passive skill at certain stages. You can reset your attribute points or change your passive skill for free at any time. So life drain, maximum hit points. There's 4 attributes here. Courage, intelligence, sword damage and armor. Silence, maximum hit points and attack. And agility, armor and attack. That's what it's giving us. Alright, reduce dodge cooldown. Fast walker, walking speed. And bonus damage. for faraway enemies, increase the amount of gold earned. So those are the passive skill they were talking about. Alright, and depending on what kind of stuff you have here. Natural armor, passive. So how do we get those passives here? It's lock, right? We only get natural armor. Bonus damage 5%, increase maximum hit points and sword damage. So here, removing all of this here. It's already like automatically choosing it. Okay, well. Let's see about this. So like, let's say we're removing all of this, right? So it's removing the attack and hit points, and then putting like 10 points over here. Passive. It doesn't look like it's like actually working. Or is it? Regen energy, energy gain, damage bonus 8. Well, let's go with that. There's a bunch of other things for a character. Ancestral Greed and Fragments can manage your skills. In there you can place fragments you have obtained in order to equip skills. The fragments are loot items that can be obtained by eliminated enemies found in chests. The hexagon in the make this up may be one of the 3 following types: character skills, modifier, or vermin skills. Each fragment is randomly generated with a multiple size and shape possible. Character skills. The character skills here refer to active skills. When a fragment contains a character skill, place in your ancestral grid, the skill is automatically added to your action bar. The action bar can be reorganized from the menu. Okay, so it's I was about to say it's look like something like a paragon board, but it's not really a paragon board because you're adding like some skills, not only passive skills but like active skills here. That's where your active skills coming from. Interesting. Skill modifier. There's many different skill modifiers. They are the same for all character classes. When a fragment contains modifier touches the fragment containing a skill, this modifier modify the skills. For each modification, a certain number must be reached by applying several identical modifiers. Alright, unlike skills, the modifiers available have variety levels of rarity. The rarest modifier makes it possible to achieve those numbers more quickly. Vermin skills. Vermin skills act as skills and as modifiers. They cannot be used directly, and you must place them in direct contact with your character skills in order to trigger them. Certain vermin skills are triggered upon activation of a character skill, and also when inflicting damage or when eliminating enemies. Vermin skills can also be improved by certain modifiers. You can place up to 5 fragments containing vermin skills on your grid. Vermin skills will not have an effect if you do not have the corresponding vermin. Okay, compatibility and the keywords. Compatibility between the modifiers and skills can be quickly identified by placing your cursor on hexagon. The hexagon that will not have an effect during the current setup of your arsenal grid will be crossed out. So there's is this crossed out? Double strike. Electrical damage. So why do we have a pre-build for something that already crossed it out? Vermin skills are twice as complex. They have both keywords that affect enchantments as well as constraints relating to compatibility with the character skills. So like I already see that that's the character building here will be pretty interesting. Symbiosis. When a character skill is affected by at least 8 modifiers, it's upgraded to create a symbiosis with your vermin. Symbiosis increased the damage dealt by the skill, and the skills acquire the element of the vermin alongside its initial element type. The skill in symbiosis always target the enemy weakest resistance and make use of your highest damage multiplier. Okay, that's well. Interesting. So we have 8, certain out 8 modifier. So there's a symbiosis with this one. Symbiosis and active. Resonance strike. Have active symbiosis. So it's a different kind of a grid playset here. So look, I imagine this is just a skill, alright? The whirlwind. And it's again modified by all of those. Yeah, this is so complex, honestly. And apparently, okay, this is also a skill. So you can use the modifiers, the same modifiers with the different, with the 2 different skills basically. Alright, this apply to this one, this apply to this one. Oh, that's interesting. Explosive dash. So if I, can I move it somewhere unequipped? Where's Vent? Oh, so it's Vent over here. Okay, I see. I see. So we have some unequipped skills over here, like reduced cost and unequipped chains, shockwave, command modifier, speed. Something we can replace here with. Deadly Aspiration, Vermil skill. Poison Strike, Vermin skill. Deadly Aspiration, okay. So that's the Vermin skills. Well, this is requires some floating fragments. Dude, this is a lot to learn. This is a lot to learn here. I can make a hands of tail much about this here. Stats, this menu allow you to your current stats. You can also choose to pin multiple stats to keep an eye on how they are developed in real time during the gameplay. Okay, interesting. Attack bonus, critical chance, armor piercing. Alright. Talents. Talents menu allows you to view your character talents. Talents are the ultimate passive skill tree. Talents are earned and obtained via the point system. Each talent has a several rank in which stack effects. Some even offer exclusive bonuses and the higher rank. A rank is unlocked once you have a certain number of points. Wow, okay, this is look very so very complicated. Returning Protector. When damage is received, the ring protects the caster. We don't have like anything because it's the ultimate sync, is it? And this is our dragon. Again, they also have their own stats here. Power, physical resistance, fire damage. So like we're doing a bunch of fire damage with this one, while channeling the vermin positions itself in front of the character and continuously breathes fire. While inflict damage, the skill has a chance to generate a shockwave. Okay, let's see how that's go. There's some crafting menu for this. City bonuses. Training ground unlocks the training camp. Okay, never mind. This is something we can't really unlock, can we? So Dangerous Purification, Dark Merchant, Apothecary. Let's see about this Dark Merchant. Sell junk, okay. Don't have anything to sell. Fragments. Don't see anything to sell here either. Yeah, we're checking all the city activities, Javeler. Rarity. So this is what we can craft. We don't have any javelers right now. So let's see. Primary stats, courage, intelligence. Alright, courage, maximum energy. Intellect, resilience, agility. Maximum energy, critical damage, elite damage, cooldown reduction, armor piercing. So we have a bunch of stuff like critical damage, for example. Okay, but we don't have resources here. The main resources to craft it with, do we? We can craft a blue ring, however. Health regen, maximum hit points. So we're getting health regens for 7, which is not that much. Critical damage 9-7, physical resistance, barrier reflex, iris resistance, life drain. Okay, let's see about this life drain. Attack speed, damage every time, bonus walking speed. So just crafting to see how it's work. Yeah. It tells you. We got like courage +1, life drain 6, health regen 6. Okay. Crafted some ring here. How much that that life regen gonna do? Also, why we don't have a health here? Where it's regenerating already. What else? Group and difficulty. Karen Archan Rumor. Karen Quest Demo. Medium for new players looking to explore the genre. Enemy health, okay. Change difficulty. Easy, medium, hard. For players familiar to the genre. Good quality Gilder, and obviously is switching to the hard. I mean, like, obviously. Training ground, jailer. Marketplace. Apothecary. So we also can craft like a potion. Potions, equipped potion, restore 60% of my maximum hit points. Always for seconds. Tomorrow is here. Welcome, mate. Greetings.
Oster 2 greetings.
Chicken a new action RPG, a demo for it at least. It's coming in early access soon. What else we have here? The Dark Merchant, we already checked this guy. Or this Garrison. So do we have any interaction with them? Not really, yeah? Not really. Okay, let's go and see the dungeon. Let's go and see the dungeon and see what kind of loot we can get from it. Right. Dungeon purification is the only activity that's available here. So we'll start one of the Dragonkin
Dungeon. Kinky.
Kinky dungeon. Let's see if it's actually kinky or not. Planned endgame activity, dungeon purification. This involves eliminating a set number of enemies to access a hole where a draconic breath will open. Closest by eliminating the dragons at the end of the breach. Your spell will depend on how quickly you close the breach. Good hunting. Okay, so you need to do it fast as possible, which is not really cool. Alright. Your spells depend on how fast you do it. Not my favorite type of activity. So what is this bar over here? So much we purify this shit? Already no energy. So there was some gear drop in. I was barely able to see it, so Ice Wind and Ancient Runes. Invoke runes to protect against the damage and grant a temporary barrier. Alright. Let's see about this temporary barrier thing. How effective is going to be? Okay, okay. Duly noted. There's a barrier. Those guys almost killed me. Potion. Like, I really don't like the fonts for loot and stuff, but it probably will be able to fix that by myself. Okay, do we have any options for a font? UI, subtitles, cursor size, classic. Let's check how action look like. Let's check how action look like. Display resources bar above players. Loot display time. So we don't see. We don't see the font size here. Solve that barrier. %. So this is like action camera, all right, and this was what we played before, the classic camera that put in you a little bit farther away. That's about all. You just can like zoom in, zoom out like we do in Passive Exile or Grim Dawn, anything like that. No camera rotation either. It's okay. I can maybe not really into camera rotation, but I think the ability to zoom in and zoom out should be granted if you died. You died, respawn, okay. If you return to combat, you will suffer penalty to your maximum health until your next return to the city. Okay, let's see. Bad build, chat. It's not my problem. Developers make the bad build. We can easily die. Vampire Lich. Okay, 38 purification speed. So like oh, that's another guy who just went and killed me. Yeah? Interesting. Just start dodging a little bit. The spin to win, not actually winning me the shit. Okay, so this guy can explode and kill me. Dude, again, he just killed me from full health. How are I supposed to react to this? It's too fucking too fast. Too fast. Disastrous. Who just saw the spin to win was.
What all content is available in the demo?
Nope, nope, nope. Only one dungeon, apparently, and 3 classes, pre-made classes, so we don't have much of thing to do with Zeus. By much of things, I mean you can tinker some stuff, but it's basically pre-made classes altogether. And don't forget, guys, it's a demo for early access, right? So when the game is gonna be releasing, it'll be like still early access thing. So even there, there'll not be like everything will be available, not yet. Don't know why I jumped there. We have 72 purification. There will be boss after this, I believe. We're also taking some loot. We're gonna be sorting out the loot after we came out of dungeon. Try to dodge. Got a barrier. Too late. Potion. 87. Can access a map with a tab. Same as this Pass of Exile. That barrier go in. Try to use the different skills. Okay, so there's a portal. It's the boss fight. Okay. It just died. It just got me like too close there, and it's have attractive force apparently. So you need to kill it, and it's dependent on time, how fast you kill it. Alright, you see the timer over there. So it's how much of a reward you're gonna get from it. Okay, it's trying to pull me in. That's all because we just got like this type of reward. We ran fast enough. Well, not very supportive of that kind of a gameplay. Honestly, yeah. Let's see what kind of loot we brought from this. And if we can make it faster, cleaning this. So basically, that stuff just pulling you. Alright, the fissure in the ground pull into you. And if you periodically, very often need to attack with your auto attack, which is not dealing any damage, but you need to restore the mana, and mana is just running away super fast when you're spinning. So we have arrived in, okay, Dragonkin Main City. Basically what we did here. Thank you for playing the demo of Dragonkin. You can continue to explore the demo, develop your character, and test the arsenal grid. If you liked this demo, you can support by adding the Dragonkin, the Banished, to your Steam wishlist. Your support will help and encourage the developers team. Yeah, we already did it. Already, the game is already on the wishlist, so we're gonna be keeping a close watch on this one. But yeah, there's the items. There are some items. Attack 100. Alright, so more attack, more critical damage, fire damage, lost critical chance damage over time. Can we compare to a different kind of equipment? Like to this one. Physical damage, bonus gold, critical damage 17. Critical damage. So mark as junk, equip, X drop. There is no button to compare it to a different weapon. Alright. Like, I guess if we put it over here. This one, attack, basically more attack here. More armor, more energy
Those
gain.
weapons look like he grabbed leftovers from a banquet table.
Well, I mean, he's barbarian after all. What did you expect it? So let's say like I'm marking all of this as junk. Alright.
I will fight you with my spare ribs.
Spare ribs. Indeed. Okay, physical bonus gold, critical damage. Electrical critical chance. Attack speed. Okay, we change it for
and
this.
my T-bone steak axe.
There you go, so we did done some changes over here. Let's talk to the merchant. Let's look at the merchant and see what we can do with this. We just go to Dark Merchant. Sell all the equipment from inventory, sell the junk. There we go. So it doesn't look like we can buy anything over here. So they give me like some okay, we got some fragments for this, so look at this, we got some fragments, we can experiment with my character board. Alright. Overpowered. Upon activation, grants a temporary damage bonus and great energy boost. Practice make peace. The skill benefits from a critical and armor piece and bonus after multiple uses. When applied, a number of activation 10. Compatibility offensive instant.
Imagine being a barbarian and buying things from a feeble merchant instead of just taking his stuff. So out of character. Oislav Gijurlik.
Yeah, what a bullshit. So how do we combine in this with? So I can't put it's over here, just like it has a space, but I can't put it over there.
I am Conan, the bargainer.
Money? But I can put it like over what? No, I don't get it. Like, why is went under the table? No, what? There's some kind of bug. You can't put it in a grid, but you can go and put it under the table. You can put it like all around here. Honey? I don't get it. I saw this is the only slot you can put there. Yeah, like this character building is a little bit complicated for me. Alright, now they're trying to follow whatever the developers put here. Energy gain. While inflicting damage, the skill also restores energy. Alright. Extorial. Store 2 projectiles that covers the blood pass through enemies before returning, inflicting physical damage. Damage like 2k. So it's kind of like a new skill over here. Can I put it like somewhere there? Like if I want to put it over here, I think it's just slightly bugged. I don't know why I can put this sink anywhere like over grid. Yeah, like I don't know what to do with this, honestly. Longer duration. I know that I can replace this things over here, and those things are going on a grid, right? Like look at this, they just going on a grid perfectly fine. Which is the problem that those things that we got like not going on that grid.
Bioengineering his DNS?
DNA? Yeah, no idea how it's work, mate. It's the biggest part of the game, making it making this stuff work, making this passive works. We're gonna be checking other classes, so. But let's go and jump in the dungeon with the new. We're under the water, Nani. So the dungeon's procedure generated apparently. Oh well, that's cool seeing that we can go under the water here. It's definitely a good thing. Give me your loot.
I gotta say, fire underwater is hard to believe if the water does not get hot and steaming.
It's fine. It does probably. Wait, what? We just got petrified. It probably does. Alright. There probably also some steam explosion happening, most likely. They just, you know, they didn't include this in demo. Well, environment cool. Cool idea for environment for sure. I don't think I saw any other action RPG game with this kind of environment before. So we need to give them what they do for creativity here at least. Die already. 35% through. I can still get in this stamina is so energy is so hard. Extra barrier. I'm gonna get me like some legendary weapon. Okay, get the barrier. There we go. Some legendary eggs. Probably just gonna put it back over here, legendary. So can I just? Oh, okay. So there's X slot, and kind of like hammer slot. Okay. So that's why they weren't comparing. That's why they weren't comparing this X to this weapon in this slot. You just can't compare them. Oh well, they killed me just like that. I was like about to say we're doing good, right? Controlling my health, pretty okay-ish and all that shit, and then we just went and suddenly died. I don't even know how it just happened. It's happened. It just went and happened. Yeah, I'm disappointed it was a spin to win sync. Potion. Come on, give me the energy. %. Potion. Always pressing my mouse button for the potion. So like, we're dying partially because I pressed the run button for the potion. I admit that's the thing. Okay, get myself some energy and then jump into the boss fight. Bring it on. Don't stay too close to this scene. It doesn't have like any attractive force though, so. Let's hold, come on. A bit more for the extra reward. Have a big guy here. But they're not spawning anymore. That's all. They didn't got like extra reward. No. What are you doing? Get my loot. So not good. Okay, let's try to experiment with skills. Let's start experimenting with skills. I'm just gonna remove all the skill board and try to recombine it and see what we can get out of this. Just to get like a little bit of understanding or not understanding of what's going on with the skills. Have a little bit more damage here. Alright, more score, less armor, sword damage, maximum hit points. I can change this one. So the American is a trash. Fire resistance. Okay, more armor. Apparently trash. This one have armor, maximum hit points, fire resistance. Instead of sword damage. Well, let's stick with the sword damage. Let's see how the sword damage gonna be working for us or not. Armor barrier. This one armor. Block damage, toxic resistance, energy gain. Armor, elite resistance barrier, block damage. Bonus gold game, okay. Attack reflex 76. So it's all trash. But yeah, let's see about this ancestral greed. Yeah, we got a bunch of like skill points over here. Alright, so just removing the stuff from here altogether. Alright. Let's remove spin to green. Spin to win. Alright. Just say like we're removing everything. Hey, shut. I totally don't remember where it's gone. So ancient ruin, and work to ruin to protect myself. Let's see. Something that giving me that energy, max energy generated by enemy hit. Sphere of steel. That's what we were using for generating energy. Voice of the Dragon, character skills, cooldown, stun, repulsion. Okay, X of Toriel. Cooldown, energy cost 50. So still sweep. There is a still sweep over here, max energy. But activation repels nearby enemies, melee offensive. So let's say we're starting with this one. Alright, so it's giving me like this still sweep thing. It has repulsion on it. What kind of thing we can combine into it? Earth's Rage. Reduced cost. Skill has reduced energy cost. Skill has greater area of effect when applied. Let's see. There's something overpowered. But activation grants a temper and damage bonus and great energy cost. Energy gain. While inflicting damage, the skill also restores energy. So let's say we got this one. Save distance. The skill slightly repels enemy affected. So this one does have this one, but overpower not working with this, and bonus projectiles not working with this one. Can I put it like anywhere? Can I put it like over here still? So they kind of connected with each other. Okay, interesting. Earth's Rage. Struck duration sudden sunder the target with ice damage, growing stronger after 3 activation. Alright. Cooldown, and what do we have here? The skill benefit from a critical and armor piercing bonus after multiple uses. So we can add it to over here. And we have bonus projectiles for this. There's Rage. Alright, so it's getting me like another skill here. Exceptorial. Energy gain. We do want to that energy gain on this guy. Alright. Okay, we got energy gain. And speed. Whenever activation generate temporary movement speed bonus. Exceptorial. Well, there's another thing that's looking interesting. Poison strike, toxic gas, dragon sink, repulsion, and voice of the dragon. Let's out a definite roar that breaks through enemies and instantly execute the weak. Stun. Okay, skill greater area of effect. And longer duration. So this has got myself the effect over here. Right, and it's getting me a symbiotic activated. So what a symbios will be. Upon activation, repelling by enemies while inflicting damage, the skill also restores energy. Upon activation, grants temporary damage bonus for the greater energy cost. Alright. Hailstone Barrage. So there was a Hailstone Barrage over here. Strike towards several times, charging forward and target is far away. Generate energy in process. So instead of this steel sweep, which is giving energy, you can get energy with this one, too. Well, we do want that energy gain. Repulsion, voice of the dragon, reduce cost. Reducing cost. Defensive stance, well, skill active grants an evasion and damage resistance bonuses. Toxic damage. Skill applies toxic damage. Ice damage. The skill applies greater ice damage. Okay, this should work with this. Okay, I'm not. It's doing ice damage, is it? Do we need to put it somewhere over here? That didn't work. Ice damage. We want to put it like okay, on this side over here. Okay, now that ice damage does work in. Okay, I see. I see. So this also activates with this thing. But now we need to think how to activate the size damage here. Like removing this one. Okay, that's more ice damage. 3400 energy gain. Some energy gain over here. Well, what else we have here? Reduce cost. So reduction cost for this. Okay, let's work with this one. If we put it like over there. So energy goes to 27 instead of 13. Reinforcement. Killing enemies with the skill increase the maximum hit points. The FX stacks but it reset when moving into the new area. Oh, that's also interesting. So it's saying blue. Because it's activated with this one. Do we just remove this one altogether? It's activated. We want to kill it with this one. Greater area of effect. So if it added it over here, let's work with. Okay, it's gonna work with this one. So killing the stuff is this one, getting any extra hit points. How do we do with this? Can do a mash with this one, can we? Electric damage, fire damage. What else we have here? Reduce cost, bonus projectile. So this will look interesting. But it's kind of hard to connect it with. Is it? Ancestral rune. So we do want this ancestral runes here. We do want ancestral runes. All consuming legacy, Virm fire. Extra fire damage, savage whirlwind. Okay, what are those? Electrical damage modifier. Explosive death, so whirlwind skills. But it's not combined to anything to do anything. Okay, let's actually do it. Yeah, so interesting. Very interesting thing we can do with this here. Let's see what we can do like right now with those 3 skills that we just recombined. Yeah. Can I not go inside? Okay, okay. Just need to talk with NPC. Like there's a lot to learn in this. Like, yeah, this is basically your build here. So we have still sweep, so we get generating extra energy. My main skill is this thing over here. So we do have symbiotic from a dragon. Still not buying into the total energy. So basically, yeah, you have like access to the bunch of different skills you can just find by farming the dungeons or going around doing campaign scene probably. There'll be like quite a bit of a build variety for this, I do believe. We're just pushing him. That was kinda cool. There's a lot of repulsion going around. Yeah, and every time we kill him, we get in like more health. So just replenishing my health by killing this stuff, yeah. Well, in the part like when we not. But the damage definitely lower than the DPS altogether, lower than that whirlwind we had before. Yeah. Lower the Whirlwind. So we're getting like extra shield. Okay, I don't know like where the extra shield is coming from. It's from the skill set like we changed, right? Some are from there. But it's how this came to be. Yeah, beats me. This repulsion is a little bit too much. Right, like just running for enemies instead of finishing them off. Just keeping pushing them away. But it's showing you how much we can change the builds here. So 80k. We're actually down 800k as a shield, is it? It's a dragon fire, the symbiotic thing. Alright, this one over here, fire breath. So like the fire breath happening when we using this Earth's Rage, it's actually dealing 1 million. It's dealing more than Earth's Rage right now. Interesting. Get me the loot. Do not underestimate your dragon. The fire and ice. But now we didn't get killed by those frogs because we just pushed them away. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. The frogs that exploded in one shot in me. I just got pushed away. So I guess like if you have a range skill like this, so instead of this steel axis saw, we want some other range skill to replenish my energy. So what did we have like for that? There was a different skill, right? We bench it. This one, Hailstorm Barrage. Strike forward several times. 6 energy per enemy hit generation. We get in 10 energy and generate per enemy hit 1. It's not exactly a range thing, right? Yeah, my main hit is range. It's just repulsion's pretty good for keeping you alive, apparently. And then you're just doing that range damage with this thing. Are you still alive? Gonna explode. I'll take it. We have a legendary boost over here. Armor, maximum health, bonus walking speed, fire resistance, sword damage 27. Okay. I'll take it. I should have sold the previous gear. 59% through it. So like, in terms of the speed, however, so this is more safer approach, right? Compared to what the developers gave us. So far it looked like more safer approach just because of repulsion. Just because of repulsion. The problem is it's not faster, right? The DPS is definitely lower than we had in a previous spin to win. And that's meaning that this dungeon all about DPS, so I wonder if there would be different kind of dungeons. When you clean in speed, it does not matter. Alright, I never liked this kind of approach of Diablo. Alright, they do have that with Hell Tides and well with everything. Get myself some bonus armor here. Okay, now you scum. Yeah, but like so far we didn't die. Our health's looking good, and the enemy's just barely attacking me. Because we're using this repulsion. Still need to use the health here, health potions here and there. Okay, okay. There goes the barrier. $94. $86. We're leaving some loot behind here. So can I go and retrieve this loot over here? Okay, I totally can interact with it. 97. Come here. There we go. So, looking at this, we actually done more damage now than Symbiosis. Alright, so this fireball just was on 1 million, and it didn't move that much, but we, with Earth's Rage over here, we're already almost 3 millions. Thanks, man, memory. Okay, let's see how fast we can kill the stuff over here. Probably not that fast. But I'll try my best. Trying my best not to die too. Barely pulling it into that one category reward. Not fast enough to get to a second tier. Just like energy generation, not so good. All right, so like, basically, what ideal thing would be is to have this one. The main skill generate enough energy that you don't need to utilize this other skills altogether. All right, so we got slower than the previous attempt with developers generated skill set. We got slower here. Okay, let's check out other classes. There's 2 classes more. We're just gonna jump into dungeon and see how his pre-made developer generated build works there. Will it be faster than Barbarian? So, alright. Despite not knowing bunch whatever's doing over here with this ancestral grid, we did manage to create a build that was had more sustainability than developer generated build. However, the purpose of dungeon is to kill stuff fast, alright? And that build was doing a better job at it. So like I see a lot of like potential in this game, especially when it's coming to build development. Right, it's a little bit unique system when you look at it. Right, and we need to we fully to comprehend it. We fully to comprehend it how it actually works. So we need to work with this a little bit more thoroughly, and hopefully we're gonna be have an opportunity to. Okay, so how do we change to another character, however, here? Yeah, hopefully we're gonna have like opportunity to do it in the early access, which is coming May 6. May 6. Let me say March 6. No mind, March 6. And March 6 is very close by, is it? Actually, I need to add it to my calendar. Do I have it on my calendar? What do we have on March 6th here? We have Hordes of Hunger, March 6th, and Merkle the Ragast Rage. So Merkle, we did play that, well, we did play both of the demos, Hordes of Hunger, and I actually did like the Hordes of Hunger. The Merkle, on the other hand, was not feeling that very good. At least in the demo. Alright, so let me add this another game over here, because we do have a March 10 Beyond the Ice Palace 2, and that's a game I'm gonna be probably playing, depending on the price. Okay. Saved. So the question is how to change to a different class here. Alright. Do I just go back to menu here? Let's just go back to the menu. Select your character, there we go. There's a dragon guy and there is no archer. There is a mage. Let's see what the mage can do. So yeah, Eternal Darts, we have that Lightning Beam. Blast a continuous beam to deal electric damage in the desired direction. Teleportation, Explosive Eruption, and Atomic Storm. Produce temporary rage storm that slow enemies. Okay, that's like how a pre-built stuff like look like for this character. And we're looking at an ancestral grid. It's looking at a little bit different. So yeah, I compare. It's looking at different than the barbarian grid. We have a different kind of a cool structure over here to make. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna work. Alright, we have a bunch of the dragon skills too to combine. So jumping around in the dungeon. And we're comparing just speed survivability of this build compared to, like, again, what do we have in the barbarian. Right, so it's like is a ray in Grim Dawn here. Right, part of you already dead. Well, I say it, survivability doesn't look that great, is it? Oh, those guys were just too brutal. So we have a teleportation, right? She's dead already, again, rather say. I just say, like, we just got some nasty guys to here to fight. That's all, that's all. Dude. We're alive, we're alive. Clown Fiesta. Should I remind you, this was developers pre-made build, right? We didn't take much of this anything in building it. So are they trying to showcase us that the mages are kind of bad? What was the meaning of this? I'm trying to, like, maneuver here with him in the place. Yeah, so cleaning speed and survivability worse than the barbarian for sure. Especially survivability in terms of the barbarian that we built. Oh my god, we're just getting annihilated here. Dude, like, so how to get the mana back? Oh my god, like, just getting annihilated. Okay, that was the whole mage gameplay, chat. It's not good. Pre-built. Developers created pre-built. It just ain't not good. We can try to tinker with it, make it great, but we don't have much of parts for it, right? We got, like, some parts for warrior, but just goes for the dungeon. Alright, we don't have those parts for here right now. Oh well, that's felt very underwhelming. Right, and let's check out, like, how actually Asgard look like. The dragon thing. That was very fast. Check it out. Chat, like, I can't do anything. The build is just bad. It's not that we were playing bad, but it just, yeah. If you have to compare something with Rapid Strike, that's a mana generation. It's a Flamethrower 6k, the charge, magnetic shield. Release the shield that orbit around you, character temporarily, inflict physical damage and amplify it according to the character armor rating. Okay, that's interesting. Explosive overload. Charge and explosive. Fuel cooldown. So it's a fuel. How do I get a fuel? Fuel cost per second 28. So the yellow thing is the fuel. It's just gonna be remove. Okay, get in the back per. Alright. This is not getting you any fuel back. This could be like the best character. Okay, it's a new environment. Okay, maybe not, because don't have much fuel. Good, like maybe it's not the best character. Don't have much of a fuel to. It's maybe a little bit looking a little bit better. So maybe we should use this one. It's 3 ability. Come here. Yeah, it's not killing the stuff fast enough for sure. Almost that. Just putting this damage meters over here. Oh, we already dead. Already dead. Plan to using the shield. Well, it's also not good, surprisingly. Surprisingly, it's actually not feeling that good. I thought we could spam this fire attack like we were doing in prologue indefinitely. And it looked like it was having decent damage. But looking at it right now, alright, it's greatly dependent on the fuel. We don't have like any survivability things, and the damage itself is not really good. So the barbarian pre-built barbarian, developer build barbarian was the strongest character here in the game, right? And the only problem was survivability for that build, but which just was actually better than survivability for this mage and this dragon lancer guy, all right? Have better damage, better survivability, and we built it even into greater survivability. And the damage actually with our build on a barbarian was better than any damage on this pre-builds as well. So I don't understand why giving us this suboptimal builds here, like the builds that not really working that well. Did they test it? Or like am I that bad? I can't say I'm that bad, so I mean, we have a bunch of 1,000 hours in other action RPGs here, so like there's a dodge button, but it's not gonna be we're not gonna be able to dodge everything, like, you know. You're not gonna be able to dodge everything. So it's all about like your building into survivability and the damage. And those builds are just not good. So I don't know if this what the real developers meant by the gameplay here when they build this, give us this pre-built thing. I mean, yeah, we could build better. We already did it with the barbarian, but that's a quick glance on the Lancer here too. I thought we're gonna be spending more time to those, but yeah, there's a lot of balance issues already apparent in the demo. All right, if that's the best the developers could have done by pre-building this character, if that was the best they could do, then there is definitely a balance issue between Barbarian and other two characters here. Well, again, you have quite a bit of options to do it, right? You have quite a bit of options to play with this. This is how Ancestral Board looking for those things. So, the moment you're gonna be developing further your character, right, you will be getting the hang of the skills, and you probably will create a better build. Probably because it's kind of strange that developers that spend so many hours in this game didn't make a good build that, you know, it's just constantly dying. It's just constantly dying for both of those characters. It was surprisingly how fast the Barbarian was dying. We even got like one hit from a Barbarian when the frog exploded. But it's actually maybe this is a reason. We're playing it on a hard difficulty. Enemies armor, enemies attack 15%, but it's only 15%, right? It's only 15%. So like it's not that big of a difference, you would think so. For how fast we were dying here. Another issue I was voicing is the camera. Alright, I play on a classic one, which is supposed to be the farthest away from character, and the action camera is even closer. But I prefer to select my viewing distance to a character whenever I want, and how close I want. Like we have with Grim Dawn, again, Path of Exile. Right, most of the time I'm playing on the maximum viewing distance away from a character for the action RPG games, but sometimes I just want to get that closer look here and there, and I think this is a de facto standard for action RPG. Anyway, we'll see how this the game gonna go. Right, it's released in early access way faster than a Titan Quest. And I got info about this Dragonkin game, I think half a year ago. We were talking with Nick Arsop about it. He pointed me out in that direction. And yeah, I think it will be half a year since they officially announced that the game gonna be in development and coming to the Steam. And half a year after they're gonna be releasing it. In early access, yes, but this is way better than Titan Quest 2 doing right now. Also expecting more things from Titan Quest. So the one thing I like about this game, right? So there's a bunch of the stuff that look like they copied from Diablo. Alright, so the whole inventory thing, the character sheet, it's very much Diablo-like, alright? But this one, which I thought will be Paragon boards from Diablo, apparently quite a unique mechanic, right? And you're getting these pieces of skills from a loot, and you can get some cool skills. And there's also symbiotics relationship with your dragon. So I'm expecting quite a variety of builds. Will those builds will be balanced? So that's a good question. It's hard to achieve some good balance in action RPG. We saw it in many games, right? Path of Exile never done it. Diablo never did it. Grim Dawn have a variety of builds that feel imbalanced at it, but there's still some very strong builds and some quite weak builds too. Right, I think that Grim Dawn it's as close to the balanced action RPG as possibly could be that action RPG that we played, but it's still not really ideal. So there will definitely not be much of a balance scene. Alright, but we're gonna be looking at it in a March 6, which is not that far away from now. Today we also gonna start a road, by the way. Anyway, guys, that's okay for that's end of our demo check-in.